Cheap tile cutters, ceramic tile cutters, quarry tile cutters, cheap tiling tools. These are lots of the things that we get asked for on DIY Doctor, and about 3 years ago we started the search for what we would call a medium range set of tools that wasn't the very cheapest DIY rubbish that breaks after 5 minutes, but it wasn't as expensive as the trade tools that the tradesmen use. We wanted something that had quality, that was going to last and would give you a really good job. So we've introduced something to DIY Doctor called DIY Doctor's Bargain Buckets. And this particular bucket is a tiling bucket designed specifically really for bathrooms, but can be used for any kind of tiling, and indeed with the tile cutter that we've chosen for you can be used for floors as well. This is a very, very robust tile cutter. Cuts tiles up to 8mm, so you can cut your floor tiles quite easily. Very sharp blade, very solid, will not fall apart in 5 minutes. Has everything that you would expect from a contractor's or a trades tile cutter. Got the square gauge, and all the measuring tools. An excellent tile cutter. We would use that ourselves, no problem at all. And then in the bargain bucket there's a hand tile cutter for the smaller cuts. I mean, it must be remembered, if you've ever tiled a bathroom, you'll know how many hundreds of cuts there are, so these two tools are invaluable. And then we have, just for finishing off around difficult corners, difficult pipeworks or whatever, a set of professional tile pliers. These are just, they make the job so easy, just to nip away to get the tile an exact fit and get a really, really neat job. Of course you're going to want to measure everything that you're doing to get a good job. So we've got a really robust 8-metre tape measure there. The spring's not too powerful to knock the end off the tape. Very robust. That will last you a lifetime. A tile file to smooth off the nipped edges that you've cut. That will file them down. It's a half round file and it's 15mm, which is the same size as a copper pipe. So if you have to let a little bit of copper pipe into your tile, that's the tool you use. Makes it very, very easy to get a lovely clean job. Tile spacers. A bag of 2mm and a bag of 5mm tile spacers. So wall and floor. If you look at the DIY Doctor videos, you'll see how to use these. And a bag of 250 like this should last you for 10 or 20 or 30 bathrooms. Don't leave them in the wall. And, oh, not finally, no, but a grouting sponge. Again, if you watch the DIY Doctor videos or read our book, you'll see that of all the tools that have been invented to do your grouting, the very best one to use is a sponge. You can be absolutely sure that every millimetre of joint is full of grout if you use a sponge, and you can also use the sponge to clean it off again. So that's a professional hydro grouting sponge. That comes with the bargain bucket. And last but not least, when you're applying the adhesive to the wall, a nice set of latex gloves, just to keep your hands clean. So there we have it, the DIY Doctor's tiling toolkit. It's in our bargain bucket. We hope you enjoy using it. It's going to save you a lot of money in the long run, and we'll look forward to receiving your order.